The role of automation has changed over time for telco networks, really with the big invent of software-defined network architecture. And at the beginning of time, they were really using automation in a more siloed approach. So they would find the best vendor of a solution. They would automate that vendor's solution until they had it intact. Fast forward, with the ability with software-defined network architecture, we could stitch together those different vendors to create a true end-to-end service creation model.
We have different layers from the hardware layer, devices, the cloud infrastructure, we have the CAS layer, we have the application layer. All of these layers introduces more complexity into the network. The only way to be able to handle that much complexity is by having both automation and assurance linked to each of these layers and have better understanding of what is happening at the network level. With automation and assurance connected in a closed loop.
Autonomous network, that's a journey that everyone has been talking for a while. I think you look from a network point of view, I would say there are two ways one could become autonomous. One from a network perspective and one from a service perspective. From a network perspective, many service providers are at level 1 right now, going to level 2. And what I mean by that is that they have identified subroutines or subtasks that can be automated. And given the constraints and the rules that they had defined, those tasks are automated today. In the level 2, they are looking at the same tasks and trying to inject machine learning and AI, how to improve the rules on that. I think in next maybe 4 to 5 years, most service providers will be at level 3 and going into level 4. What I mean is that they would have identified every task that could be automated and they would have instituted a closed loop operations, closed loop automation across multi-domain to make it happen. And on the service side, I think ability for an AI to define its service autonomously, I think that's a completely separate question and a separate journey of its own.
So embracing DevOps approach, embracing automation and harnessing the power of AI, this is what the industry really needs to start thinking towards. And some operators are thinking that way and they are more successful than others. So when it comes to skill set, DevOps mindset and that approach embraces automation first mindset. In order to deploy and upgrade and life cycle the platform, the infrastructure and the application, DevOps needs to be a centric approach that needs to be embraced and adopted by all telcos.